easier to do when you're involved with good people. I love the hexagons. I love Richard Hart. I love the attitude of like building it, for the people. You take that first step to invest in yourself. That is really the start of a new life for you. Right now is the opportunity for everybody to be at square one, or the genesis.
Yes, guys. Oh, yes. Welcome to day 3 of the bull market journey. That's right. We're on day 3 already. That's going fast, isn't it? And you know what we're saying now? We're saying by day 100, we'll all be in a fantastic place. Roughly, when you go out with your friends, you say, listen, I'm getting the drinks tonight, lads. I'm getting the drinks tonight, girls. So that sort of place. That's 100 of these episodes. That's where you'll be. You'll just say, I can't get all the drinks tonight. By day 200, you'll be giving massive tips to all the barmaids and all the bar guys, bar staff as well at the end of the evening. And by day 300, we'll be in Monaco. Roughly, that's it. 45 out the gate. Not too bad on a weekend. Yes. Here we go. So we're going to talk about, in the last stream or recent stream, I talked about the number one indicator. If somebody said to me, you've got to lose all your other 300 indicators, Crypto 7, this is the only one we're going to leave you with. Which one would it be? And I'd go for that when Coinbase is a top number one download on the App Store. And it was a number one download at the top of the market in 2017. It was a number one download top of the market in 2021 for roughly 2 weeks both times. So that seems like a pretty bloody accurate single tool to me. So that's the one I'd keep. We've talked about that before. Number 2, the second one, we're going to talk about that in this stream. We're going to talk about we're going to show you what the second most important one is to me. So when you've got this one and that one, you're roughly sort of 95% ahead of the game. You're roughly sort of, a more advised, a more informed, a more intelligent crypto investor than at least 95% of the other crypto bros out there. So we're going to talk about that one in this today. We're also going to take a look at the Hex and Pulsechain prices. And I think we're going to talk about meme coins a little bit more again, and a little bit more about some sort of just calm analysis around the realities around meme coins as well. They're not just, anyway, we'll get onto that. They have their role, they have their purpose, but people need to understand the facts from the fiction around that and where we are with meme coins in the ecosystem. I think that's useful to know, isn't it? Let's just have a mature, sober conversation about meme coins is what I'm trying to say. I'm just warming up. We've only got 52 people watching. Please play your part. Put some 7s in if you can't think of anything to say. And let's go. Let's make this happen, guys. Let's make this happen now. Let's do it. Right. Well, we've got a nice start to the stream today. Let's go. And the nice start to the stream is we've actually got some decent green in the Richard Hart ecosystem, which is good because all of crypto is having a bit of a wobble at the moment. And we'll talk about that later. So it's pretty good that we're actually shining. So I don't know where we are on crypto bubbles. I imagine this puts us probably as one of the biggest bubbles, but PLS is up a nice healthy 5.5% in the last 24 hours. And it's currently just a whisker away from the Joe Blog SAC price. Tangent yesterday was saying, look, yes, yeah, because in response to Stephanie, she was saying, well, Crypto 7, you were wrong. PLS did go below the SAC price, and I held my hand up to that. And but Tangent said, yeah, but you know what? From a TA perspective, it's damn as near it at the SAC. It makes no odds whether it's 4095 or 30105. We're there or thereabouts. You know, there's not a big TA significance in the exact SAC price. I mean, if you want to be realistic about it, really, the SAC price now should be about 3013 when you factor inflation. Obviously, it depends what part of the world you are and what you like to spend your money on. If you eat a lot of eggs in America, maybe 15. You know, depends what you're into and things, doesn't it? And how you spend your money. But anyway, we're basically at the SAC price. We're at 40998. Let's see if by the end of the stream, we'll check it at the end of the stream, guys. This is a bit of fun. Let's see if we can see that price go to over 3 zeros and a 1. Let's see if we can make that go to 3 zeros and a 1. It's currently 40998. I'll just refresh to check that is the very latest. Yeah, it's 40999 now. Let's see if by the end of the stream that's over the Joe Blog SAT price, because it's not important from a TA's perspective, but it is important from a psychological perspective. It's that dividing line between, no, I'm unhappy now. Oh, I'm happy now. I'm unhappy now. I'm happy now. We're all like it. We're all like it to a varying extent and things. So all good, all good. So yeah, so that's what PLSX. What was the price of PLSX? Stop shouting, 7. Yeah, it's up 6.55. So it's up even more than PLS. That's brilliant. Incentive tokens starting to recover, which is good. I FOMO'd into the incentive token at $9, but I'm relaxed about it because unlike FOMOing into a meme coin or some dodgy shit coin somewhere, I know it's going to come back. I know the incentive token is going to do well. That's a no-brainer, really. And then Hex is over 10%. Fantastic. It was getting seriously ridiculously low. I think these prices currently do represent a good investment. I think that from a risk-reward perspective, when you consider where we are in the bull market now, when you consider that enough time now has elapsed since Richard provided the clarity around EHEX, PHEX, and things like that, I think that these represent really solid plays. And if I had more dollars on the side, I would be dollar cost averaging, even though I was getting PLS. I was buying PLS at 4 zeros and a 3, which was the all-time low. And even though I was buying PLSX at 4 zeros and a 1, which was the all-time low, I would still be nibbling a little bit now because I just see a lot of optimistic things around the RH ecosystem. I think there's a lot of signs that we really are soon going to start to see the returns that we all signed up for, didn't we, guys? Yes. Let's shout some people out as more people come in, shall we? We'll make it quick and yeah, go like that. But people like to be shouted out anyway, don't they? And what else are we going to be doing on a Saturday, guys? What else are we going to be doing on a Saturday? Hide current comment. That's what I had done wrong there. Yes, I think Chiz was first today. Fantastic, Chiz. Well done. And R&B was second. Chris Bacon was third. Take your place on the podium, guys. Shake up the champagne. Check my pulse was fourth. Eric Meserve, out to Crypto Drummers, out to Rich Liberation, out to Keith E.T., out to Gloria. Nice to see you, Gloria. And Gloria says, just came in from the garden and saw your notification. I will be taking my seat. Fantastic, Gloria. We really appreciate you. Seabadoos is another day closer to glory. That's right. We're day 3 already. We're saying by day 100, we'll all be very happy. By day 100, we'll be offering to buy the drinks. By day 200, we'll all be vaguely rich. And by day 300, we'll all be in Monaco. That's roughly it. Give or take a few days, I think it's going to play out that way. I'd be very, very, well, more than surprised if it didn't. So there you go. Crypto Ignito, so stay the course. Lucky Luke. We've got Richard Bell, says morning all. We've got Oystein Larson, Complex Simon. Fantastic, generous super chat here from Acromenon. That's really generous. Thank you very much, friend. Says, I really, really appreciate your stream, 7. Thank you for all you're doing for our community. You're up in lights, Acromenon. That's really awesome. Thanks, man. Brilliant. Thanks ever so much. That's a boost, isn't it? Let's go. Acromenon is showing his support. That's fantastic, you know. And I'll put that towards this Bolsworth thing, which I'm trying to raise sponsorship for at the worst possible time in terms of people feeling generous and people feeling wealthy and things, but at the very best time in terms of promoting your investments, because we're at the base of a bull market. This event, this Bolsworth thing's in June, so it's absolutely perfectly timed in terms of promoting. There's no point at all promoting at the end of a bull market. You're just making people exit liquidity, aren't you? Or delaying the inevitable retraces in the prices and things. But if you do the marketing, if you're going to pick a time to do the marketing, I think it would be June 2024 for any cryptocurrency. And so that's what I'm arranging. It's just $15,000 total overhead. We mentioned it, things, so we'll mention again now. So we've got Phoenix, we've got Crypto Class. Good to see you. She says, "Ahoy Hexicans, fantastic!" And thanks again, Akrumanon. That's brilliant. Crypt Zaddy says, "Yo, hope I pronounced you right. You're up in late." We have got Darren. I've shouted you out, check my pulse. Cookie says, Cookie de Chocolate says, "Hello, everybody. Here we are again. The bull is unchanged in the heavenly realms. Believe it." There we go. Fantastic. Brilliant comments. Check Crypto Clouds shouting people out. 100% states are starting to think we'll need to wait 6 months or a year for the RH stuff to start moving. Hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't see that. I think that you see this sort of overreaction to it. I mean, we were moving before, so I don't see why. I've seen this narrative emerging quite a bit there, 100% states. I'm glad you raised this. I don't see the logic there. I mean, the way I see it, and I'm glad you mentioned this, the way I see it, the longer we go now without pumping, the more likely we are to pump. It's not, but in the psychology, in the mindset, we tend to think it's the other way around. We tend to think, well, this is I've lost my patience now. I've lost my resolve, and so this is becoming less likely to happen. But really, if you're in cryptos where the guy did a 10,000x, where the tokenomics are good, the fundamentals are good, there's no exploits, there's no operational problems, there's people building on Pulsechain, I really don't see Ethereum. We know is going to carry on with its gas fees issue. We talked about yesterday how apparently Vitalik's quite happy with the gas fees on Ethereum. Well, that couldn't be more bullish for Pulsechain, because if Vitalik's saying now I'm not going to fix the gas fees, then that's absolutely amazing for Pulsechain. It's so bullish. But yeah, so no, I have heard other people say this, friend, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. You know, we've got to be careful with that sort of a mindset creeping in, because there will only be one bull market like this ever again. There won't ever be another bull market like this. So we've got to make our moves. As I said in the description, we've got to make our moves, and then we've got to show conviction, and we've got to stick with them. And we're certainly not going to become a meme coin channel on here, but we're just going to show you one meme coin and what's it's been doing lately. And I think it's just a factual way of just showing the dangers of, and it's a meme coin that everyone was talking about. It was this dick with butt thing. So to completely filled X, if you're on X, you couldn't see any posts for this dick butt thing. And now we're going to just show you what's happened in that in a bit. And this is the danger, and people like 100% state who might be, and it's great that you are 100% state, by the way, but this is a danger. I think it's the worst possible time to be selling RH cryptos, the best possible time to buy. We started this stream by saying I think this is a great buying time, and I must admit I am looking, because obviously, having been in crypto since 2016, I can always raise some more funds. I could always sell Elton John's Piano Hero or something. But I mean, so if they went much lower, I'm starting to salivate at the RH crypto prices, particularly things like Hex on Pulsechain, the incentive token as well. I mean, you know, the best way for me to fix the fact that I FOMO'd in at $9 would be to buy some now at $4.50. That would be to buy more than I bought at $9 at $4.50, and suddenly I fix a problem. Then when we get to $6, I'm in profit, or even $5. That's how it goes when you dollar cost average down. You reduce your entry. I mean, if I was to, because I didn't get much. Because I didn't get much incentive token, if I was to buy, say, $10,000 worth of incentive token today at the current prices, then practically that would be my entry. And as soon as we go to $6, I'm well in profit, and I don't need to worry about the fact I bought at $9 anymore. That's the opportunity in the RH ecosystem. It's fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic. Yeah, people just chatting to each other and saying hi and things that I've shouted out already. Chris is saying C7 Rugders. I don't know what happened to the time. I was preparing for the stream. I guess that's what happened to the stream. How many people have we got watching now? 83. That's not so bad at all. One of the things we have a lot on this channel is we have a lot of people that watch but aren't subscribed. I think it's a little bit like guys who listen to Taylor Swift in their car but don't admit it. If you are that guy, please subscribe. And show your conviction, show your support for the RH cryptos. I say to my daughters, loud and proud. And the older you get in life, the more you want to be loud and proud and things. I remember when I was a teenager and in my early 20s and things, I was a bit more self-conscious. But as you get older, you want to be loud and proud. So let's be loud and proud about our conviction for RH cryptos. I see a lot of people want to be loud and proud about the meme coins. But I'm not seeing many people shouting about RH cryptos anymore. And I think that's one of the reasons this intro that we run on this channel is so good, because it does go back to the times when it was all about the sacrifices for the RH tickers, and it was all about Richard Hart and things. And I'm just not seeing the evidence of, well, it's a temporary thing anyway, but we'll get onto that. But yeah, Brigadierez, we got Lucky Luke, good to see you. Lukey B rather, Lucky. I always get you two mixed up. Apologies, friend. Really, two different people, isn't it? So, stop it at 7. Lukey B throws in the 7s. We got 200 pulse. Anthony, fantastic to see it. I always see Anthony in the streams or in the replays. That's brilliant. Hextra T shares. Billy Boy. How much for Monaco? I think $3 to $4 million. I think that's what you need to get to Monaco. 3 to 4 million. I've thought about it. That's what I'm saying. 3 to 4 million. So I think that's after 300 of these episodes. For some of you, for a lot of you that are watching now, 200 of these episodes. P-Dye's exploding. Yeah, P-Dye's doing well at the moment. We know the narratives around that. I'm streaming with Axis Alive on the 12th. I might ask him a bit about that and things. But that one's doing well at the moment. Cookie de Chocolate. I can't stop saying the music and lyrics. The best in the ecosystem. Blah, blah, blah. Fantastic. Good. Thank you, Cookie. Crypto Class is saying Cookie de Chocolate. Glad you didn't go for cookies de macadamia. Cookies de macadamia. Yeah. that's hard. That doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it? Does it? No, definitely not. Nearly at the bottom for replay viewers, we've got YouTube user says finally caught a live stream. DB Cooper. Josh says, hey, 7, how can I schedule a one-on-one crypto discussion session? I enjoyed doing those. I've had to set them pretty pricey now, but if you're willing to pay, I teased them out because I am very busy at the moment. This is the last bull market, and I have to focus on producing this content and also managing my investments and things. But so long as your expectation is they're not cheap, and that money can go towards the Bolsworth as well, then DM me at Crypto Chat 7. Please follow me. One of only 56 people in the world that the real God Whale follows, and one of only 1,400 people in the world that Richard Hart follows. And it's a rapidly reducing number of people that Richard follows. Isn't it gold key? Brilliant. Joy Desia. I must stop saying funny things and then say brilliant afterwards. I'm so funny. Who else we got? We got Damien, and people I've shouted out already. Anthony S. The Russian Bandit. The Restless Bandit. What's wrong with me? I can't see today. Do I need to turn the brightness up on this or something? Must be tired or something. Red Bull says we are going to move soon of our first hit of euphoria. 2.5 years bear market. Do you know what? I feel that as well, and I'm getting that vibe in the comments as well. Yesterday we had some aggressive meme coin shillers coming in and things. I even had to block somebody, but I'm getting a great vibe today. It's a weekend vibe. It's the real genuine subscribers and followers of Crypto 7. I'm getting that vibe as well. Red Bull here, you're up in lights, friend. Says we're going to move soon for our first hit of euphoria. 2.5 year bear market. Most have PTSD. Yeah, we've either got PTSD or people have so that's definitely the case. PTSD, and also some people have just lost patience and been seduced into the meme coin mania, and it certainly has been a mania. And I called the local top in terms of said just basic top signals. It was B Root saying he's king now, not Richard. It was Gold Key saying they're going to 1000x gophers, when Richard blocked him. And it was Ranuna from Crypto Banter launching a meme coin. And that all happened within the space of 24 hours. Those were 3 really strong top signals for me. And I've seen top signals before when it was the top, and I've chosen to ignore them. But I saw those and I thought, now I'm not saying that meme coins are done and dusted for this cycle. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that this might be the local top, and the local top might be 6 months, it might be a year. Your meme coins might not come back, etc., etc. But yeah, don't sell when euphoria hits. Absolutely not. Crypto Zaddy says, what do you think about PDI and Bear pumping hard and main ticker standing still? I feel the FOMO. Yeah, a lot of people now are coming on and wanting to talk about, sort of these other things. I'm keen to see a thriving ecosystem, etc. But I want to stick to talking about the RH tickers. And somebody came on yesterday to shill their meme coin that they'd obviously just invested in or whatever, and maybe one of the team, and just said, why aren't you talking about, and then name some meme coin? And I said, well, why am I going to be talking about that specifically? I walked past investing in Bitcoin to get into Hex and Pulsechain. I walked past investing in Ethereum to get into Bitcoin and to get into Hex and Pulsechain, etc., etc., all the way down the list. So why am I now going to want to be talking about meme coins? So it's like, I don't know, weird. Saab, we got Chris Bacon, Keith E.T., Queensy Stell, Don Swan, nice to see you, buddy. You're up in lights. Who else we got? Joint Desier, shouted you out already. And Manu is the bottom. I'm keeping an eye on the chat. We've got 90 people watching and things. Yeah, let me show you something to keep it nice and positive, because it is positive. Let's show you this, and it's the absolute. This is the thing I'm really keeping an eye on. Share this tab instead. So this is a NASDAQ chart. If you go onto Google and just punch in NASDAQ chart, it comes up straight away. So Google NASDAQ chart. And this is it. And the crypto market's correlated a lot to NASDAQ, because NASDAQ is tech stock, and so things like NVIDIA and all the rest. And this is on the 5-year, I think. Yes, it is. If you look back here, you see that was November 2021. When did Bitcoin top? It topped in November 21. And as you can see, NASDAQ is now at all-time highs again, just like Bitcoin is or was. And you see that November 2021. And look at this little bump here. This little bump here, September 2021. That's when Hex topped at 56 cents. So you can see there's a very strong correlation here between the crypto market. NASDAQ topped in November 2021. When did the crypto market top? It topped in November 2021. When did Hex top? September 2021. When was this? This was like the last top before the final top. Now here, a lot of people are getting very nervous about the price action in NASDAQ, because if you look at this, it looks like it could be rolling over. Can you see my cursor, guys? It looks like NASDAQ could be rolling over. And that's what's making people very nervous. Because what I say is, start celebrating and looking for the sell button when Coinbase app gets to the #1 download. Because when it does, everyone watching now will be ridiculously lit rich. Everyone watching now will be in Monaco. 100%, 100%. So that's just fantastic. But when NASDAQ collapses, should NASDAQ collapse, that's when you're scrabbling for the parachutes. That's when you need to be rushing down the aisle, pushing your way past the other passengers, looking for the emergency exit with a parachute on. If this collapses, we're all doomed. So that's why people are watching it nervously, and that's why the altcoins have been bleeding so much in recent days. It's because people are watching this, guys. Were you not watching this? Well, now you're watching Crypto 7. You know that the 2 most important things to watch to have life-changing gains in this cycle. It's not dick butts. It's NASDAQ. It's not Gophers. It's when Coinbase is the #1 download. Coinbase app is currently not even in the top 200, so we are well safe. Just so long as this keeps going. Because when Coinbase gets even to the top 10, I'll have so much money. I'll be able to buy the bar, let alone buy all the drinks at the bar, and so will most of you guys. But if this collapses, we're rushing for a parachute. So What I would say about this, guys, is you see how I'm saying this looks like it could be rolling over. Well, if you come back here, look, it looked like it was rolling over here as well, didn't it? And here, it looked like it could have been rolling over here in September 2020, but it wasn't. It went on, and it looked like it was rolling over here. Do you see how like the brow of a hill? You see, like it looks like we could be coming down, but we didn't. We went back up, and I think this looks a lot like that, don't you? It looks a lot like these two occasions. Look, it's rolling over. Oh no, it's not. We're going up. We're going to get rich. We're going to get rich in Tesla and Nvidia. It's rolling over. Oh shit. Oh shit. No, we're going to get rich in Apple and Amazon. Oh no, it's rolling over. It's rolling over. No, it's not. Hopefully, guys. Hopefully it's not. This is interesting, isn't it? And if we look at here, first time it looked like it potentially could have been rolling over was the first year of the bull market, 2020, middle of it. Second time it looked like it could have been rolling over was the beginning of 2021, which was the second year of the bull market, but it didn't roll over till the end of 2021. And this looks like, well, this looks like the first time it looked like it was rolling over was August. Second time it looks like it could be rolling over. That's interesting, isn't it? So maybe we've only got one more time. But maybe I'm looking into it too much. But this is one of the reasons why altcoins have been bleeding. People are nervous. People are talking about World War III. That always makes people nervous. But what always happens when people start talking about World War III is gold goes up, and that's what gold's doing. And the dollar goes up. And then when the dollar goes up, Bitcoin goes down and cryptos go down. So with all this that's going on, guys, Hex and Pulsechain aren't doing so bad at all. I mean, if you look at wider crypto, a lot of the altcoins that I'm in are things like Aptos, things like Avalanche. They've gone down a load, like 30, 40% or something stupid in the last few weeks. They've gone down a lot. Healthy retraces. So in wider crypto, this is a buying opportunity, 99.999% certainty. And in Hex and Pulsechain, with everything we've had to contend with, etc., we've actually gone down a lot less than a lot of cryptos, most cryptos. And today we may be one of the best performers. I should have put up crypto bubbles and just seen. I could do it now, actually, couldn't I? Let's do it now. I can do this. I can do this, guys. Crypto bubbles. Let's see. Here we are on the day. You should be able to see this. I can't see Hex and Pulsechain. Some things have bounced quite a lot today. Audi is up 16%. Injective is up 13%. Pendle, don't recognize some of these. Can anyone see Hex and Pulsechain there? I can't see it. I'm quite surprised. Well, it's just because other things have gone up even more. But yeah, no, that's good. So let's go back to the stream. Let's remove that. Oh, I think I've got another super chat. Fantastic. I think I might have two more super chats. Okay, well, Anthony super chatted. Brilliant. Thanks very much. See how easily bought I am, guys. I'm straight to the super chats. Now, this is fantastic because I'll put this money, guys. I'll make a commitment. All the super chats due now in June, I'll put them towards the Bozos International thing. Could you explain the BankX sell wall? Apologies if you've covered this. Well, basically, these guys have just put up where they'd be willing to sell some Hex, and I think they've moved the sell wall. There's even speculation that Richard's firm direction, shall we say, unsubtle direction around Hex on Ethereum was to encourage that. Or yeah, I mean, they're just a player. You could overread into it basically, but basically they're looking to sell their Hex on Ethereum, and and that's that. The people just call it a sell wall because that's where they've put up liquidity. That's where they are willing to sell their Hex. So in order for the price of Hex on Ethereum to get past that, Anthony, people just have to eat through the sell wall. It just means that people have to buy it for, once it's gone, and then they're no longer sort of able to influence the price. But you get sell walls and buy walls in every crypto all the time, every day of the year. So it's just they are playing a part in the sell walls and buy walls currently in Hex. Hope that answers the question, Anthony. Fantastic. Thanks very much for the super chat. And Complex Simon has put in a very generous super chat, and that's really appreciated. And yeah, thanks, friend. And if you've got any comments and things you want me to shout out or etc., but that's really appreciated. So that's £100 towards Bolesworth, which is fantastic, because it's adding up now. Because I've had one member that's given me a whole Ethereum. You know who you are. Very generous. Thank you. We've had a few people like Complex Simon here in Tangent have put in generous contributions as well. And yeah, so all the super chats from here on in, I'll put them towards Bolesworth, and I'm hoping that we can raise enough money to be able to do it properly. But we're quite close to being in a position where I can just meet the difference, but I'm hoping I won't have to, you know. So great. Okay, well, fantastic. There you go. To shout out a few people have come in since we were started streaming. Says James Waleski, says morning from Call Me, New York State. Hey, I hear there was an earthquake in New York. I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone that you know is okay, James. Love the stream, 7. Thanks very much, James. Let us know. Let us know if you felt the shakes, if you got woken up by earthquake. Hugh says, tardy but here. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know where I lost track of time. I didn't realize I was tardy until, unless you're talking about yourself being tardy. We were both tardy. I think you're talking about yourself. We were both tardy. Oh, great. So Crypto Zaddy says it shows on Crypto Banter Bubbles for me. Crypto Banter Bubbles, bless him, eh? Ranina, Crypto Banter Bubbles. I mean, talk about plagiarism, eh? Yeah, bless him. Fantastic. Could just see him going, oh no, Ivan's got Morales money. What are we going to do? Well, let's just rip off Crypto Bubbles. Brilliant. Yeah. I can't wait till Ranuna's bringing all his followers to Pulsechain, leading them to the promised land. Well, this is how you bridge. It's dead easy. Let's do it. Fantastic. I can't wait. It'll happen. That's going to be awesome. Yeah. Okay. So we've talked about NASDAQ. So it's the second most important thing. And if you said to me, you can only have 2 measures, it would be Coinbase download and NASDAQ. And these are the 2 things I'm looking at. Coinbase download, that's when you pop the champagne bottles and everything, because everyone watching now is going to be a millionaire by the time Coinbase. If you hodl your Hex and Pulsechain incentive token PLSX, by the time Coinbase is the #1 download, it's not even in the top 200 at the moment. It got to 40 when we went to 74K. When it's #1, we all sell. Okay, we all sell the lot, except for maybe keeping a little bit in to diversify if you state things like that. But otherwise, you sell the lot. But when to rush for the parachute, when to sort of push the women and children behind you as you reach for the exit doors with your parachute, that would be a joke. That would be when if NASDAQ collapses. So people are just getting a bit nervous about that, because as we saw, it looks like it could be rolling over. I don't think it's rolling over, as we showed there. It looked like it was rolling over several times in the last bull market, but it didn't roll over. It just carried on going up, didn't it? So I think that's going to be the case, particularly being that we're in an election year. Biden needs to get reelected. So the money printer is going to go brr in one form or another. The money printer goes brr, even though they're not going to start directly handing dollars to US citizens, I wouldn't have thought, but they are still going to oil the cogs of the US economy. They're still going to prime the system, shall we say. 109 people watching now. That's a bit better. Thanks very much. As Jaggy says, let's go. And Tin Top's come in to say, what's up, Hexicans? Fantastic. Good to see you, Tin Top. You're up in lights. Good to see you, Jaggy. And 7 says, please answer my question. Put it in again. Saves me looking. I've got a bit of a headache and just saves me scrolling around with this. Just answer if you don't mind. Join 0 if it's a long question. Cut and paste it. But put it in again. I'll keep an eye out for it, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, meme coins. I mean, we're getting people wanting to come in now because they're seeing that I get the viewers. They're coming in. They want to show their meme coins and things. We had this issue with dick butts and things, and let's just take a look at it now, because it's pretty much playing out like most meme coins do. Okay, so you should be able to see now the price chart for DWB on Dex Streamer. DWB, that's the ticker, or Dicks with Butts, or whatever it's called. Let's just check. You can see that. Okay, you can't see that. Okay, you can see it now. Right. Good. So as you can see, this has only been around for about 10 days, a little bit over 10 days. So it's gone up to here, and then it's been capitulating since the 25th. It's been coming down, and it's been coming down more and more and more. So Dick Butt's been around for about 2 weeks, something like that. It went up to 301225. That was the all-time high. 301237. It's currently at 502662, which is about a 90% drop, something like that. Quick math, something like that. It's about a 90% drop. So that's quite a lot, isn't it? I mean, that's more than Hex on Ethereum went down when Richard provided his leadership. It's a hell of a lot. It's more than Bitcoin and Ethereum went down in the entire bear market. Now, what happens with a meme coin? So you see this bit here. This will be when the people who are friends of the founders, people who are using their influence on X, because DWB was marketed so aggressively on X so that you couldn't even see anything except this emoji here that I'm circling now. There would have been people who are used to marketing aggressively on X that got involved with this. Guys like HexyB and people like that, guys like that, yeah. So this is when these guys are getting in. This is when most people are getting in. 95% of people would have only started getting in here. And then the remaining the last 4% here. And loads of people would have been buying here. So loads and loads of people would have been buying here. And they are now probably more than 50% of the people that have got bags of DWB bought here. Probably only 5% bought here. These are the people who are friends with people who know things and who are helping to move the market, who are using their sacrifice funds to pump these things up and things like that. Okay, as a general rule, this is what's going on. Okay, and then 95% of the people, the normal people, the people that just haven't got much money, they just want to get rich quick. And what's wrong with that? We all want to get rich quick. We're getting in here, you see. Now, these falls here, this is when the people that got in here are starting to sell on your heads. So here, this is when you couldn't even go on X without seeing this amazing little avatar thing. So this is the HexyBs and people selling on your heads, okay? Using you guys as exit liquidity. I say you guys. Most people who subscribe to Crypto 7 have not been seduced by the allure of the meme coins, the allure of losing 90% of your money. So as I say, 95% of people got in here. So 95% of people that have got DWB bags are 90% down. Now where we are here, guys, is as you can see, we're trying to I'm not involved. The DWB guys are trying to hold their dicks. It's bounced, it's hitting here, and it looks like it's not holding anymore. You see this? It's bounced once here. Can you see my cursor? Bounced twice, bounced 3 times. And what Tangent said yesterday, in the context of a completely different crypto, but as an RTA guy, he said once it bounces 4th time, it starts to give up. It's like hitting a front door with a sledgehammer 4 times. By the 4th time, the door's probably going to come off its hinges. So it's starting to come off its hinges now. So most people in DWB, all I'm doing now, and then I'll add some positives about meme coins and things, but just giving you a sober analysis of meme coins, guys. So most people in DWB are 90% down, and they're hanging on by their fingernails, hoping to goodness we get a strong bounce now. We might. There's about a 20% probability. But there's probably an 80% probability that it's going to completely collapse. And at this point, nobody's going to be talking about it. You go on to X looking for your new DWB friends, and you can't find them. They've all gone. So that's likely what's going to happen. It's possible that it's going to bounce here. Now, if you like the possibility it's going to bounce, well, just pay my airfare. Let's go to Vegas. Let's stay out late in the nightclubs, and let's see if we can lose your money with slightly better odds than this. Because that's all meme coins are, you see. It's the degenerate gambling and things. Well, I thought it was a good thing because being that you couldn't hear about Richard Hart, you couldn't hear about Pulsechain and Hex for DWB a few days ago. It's interesting to see how it's actually played out. So very, very, very few people will have made money in DWB, despite this aggressive rise, because most people only got in here. The people that got in here were selling here and here and here and here and here. Okay, so very, very few people have made money in DWB. So let's leave that there and then just talk more generally about meme coins and things and pros and cons. And then I think this is hopefully separating the fact from the fiction a little bit for people. We've lost some viewers talking about DWB, but do you know what? I don't really care. It's like, you know, I'll stick to being true to myself and things. But so what people that are now investing into meme coins will tell you, they'll point to the success of Solana with all the meme coins, because I think you've got Bonk and Jupiter. I think they're both on Solana, and they've helped to push the price up of Solana. And I've got a decent bag of Solana, so I have benefit directly from the meme coins. So the meme coin shillers will point to that. And I think there's a difference here, because when the meme coins have rocketed on Solana, as they have of late, it has brought people to Solana from other ecosystems. And that's why it has been of benefit. It has drawn people to Solana. But we haven't really seen that yet, because Pulsechain's so new and unproven, and the prices haven't really sort of confirmed, you know, there's no appeal in terms of the prices of Hex and Pulsechain yet. I think it's just the RH community. I think it's just us buying it. And I think the evidence of that is that whereas with Solana, with Bonk and Jupiter, it's pushed the price of Solana up to over $200. In the case of Hex and Pulsechain, the prices have gone down. So clearly the meme coins have not, as yet at least, been of benefit to people who, like me, chose to invest in Hex and Pulsechain, and like me are going to stick with Hex and Pulsechain and not going to sell any Hex and Pulsechain to get into meme coins. As yet, there hasn't been a benefit, and that's clear. This might be the start of it, because I've been predicting that this is the end of the meme coin season, or we're coming to the end of the meme coin season. And then people, when the prices continue to collapse, as you can see they are with DWB, people will take what money they've got left and get back into the primary tickers. And maybe that's what we're seeing today with the prices going up. Maybe we're starting to see people coming out of the meme coin mania. The thing about the meme coin mania is it will go away just as quickly as it came, because the moment you can't talk about the price momentum, there's nothing to talk about. Nobody wants to see some stupid avatar of a dick butt in their feed when they've just lost 90% in that meme, or they've just watched people lose 99% in that meme, as might be the case in a couple of weeks, with an 80% probability that is going to be the case. As we've just shown, the likelihood is that DWB is going to collapse completely in the coming days. It might bounce. And as I say, if you like those odds, send me a business class ticket. Let's go to Vegas. We can have some fun and lose your money at the same time. At least that way we can get a drink and some nice conversation with some people, you know, have some fun and go to a casino, go to a nightclub at the end. That's all it is, you know. Yeah. So I think that what I'm trying to say is, and I've been thinking about this a lot, is that meme coins definitely have a role. And I think that later in this cycle, when Hex and Pulsechain are more established, I think that people will be coming in from other ecosystems, buying Hex and Pulsechain and buying meme coins as well on Pulsechain. I think I can see that pushing the price of Hex and Pulsechain up a lot, just as it's pushed up the price of Solana. But I think at the moment we're just not there yet. I don't think at the moment the problem with the meme coins is it's very often, I think, people flipping out of their PLSX to get into meme coins. I made the joke, Gold Key said they were going to 1000x Gophers, so I got out of PLSX to get into Gophers. And Tangent believed me, bless him. And Tangent believes me. But there will be people that did that. There will be people that did that. There will be people that got out of Hex and Pulsechain when the dick butt thing was at 3012 or whatever the all-time high was. There will be many people that got out of Hex and Pulsechain at the top that are now down 90%. Yeah. So anyway, we'll keep coming back to it while it's such a hot topic and things, and meme coins and things, and I like, it's definitely not the move if you want to grow your channel, or you're worried about how many people are watching and subscribers and things. But I think at the end of the day, it's not about being popular. It's about just being honest, and and I just say it as it is. So look, we had to endure seeing all these dick butt things in the feeds on X when it was going up. So let's be balanced and also discuss it when it's going down. So it's down 90% now. So people should talk about that as well. Talked about it going up 10x or something. So who's talking about it doing a 9x down? Who's talking about that? Somebody should be talking about that if it's to be balanced. Yes. So there you go. So that's that. Let's just see if we've got any more super chats. It was nice to get some super chats today. That's a good sign. Yeah. I mean, this is it. I mean, I'm seeing it now in the chat. We're getting this sort of like aggressive shilling of meme coins and Pulsechain projects, and people are saying they've got out of their primary tickers. And this is where this is a shame thing. I remember when it reminds me of when people were coming into my chat telling me that they are onboarding people straight into Hedron. And that's what people said to me. I'm onboarding people straight into Hedron. Well, how did that work out? But I remember people saying that, and it was the same. It was people that watched the channel and the things, like Mr. Morley Boy. Now I've seen him watching the channel many times before. He's saying he's delighted to have sold his primary tickets to get into Pulsechain projects. Well, okay, all I'm saying is that the reality is that investing in cryptocurrency is insanely risky. It's insanely risky. And so if I'm going to be doing it, then I want to be sure that I know who the founder is. I want to be sure that I know the developers are good. They've got a track record of success. I don't want to take risks around meme coins and Pulsechain projects. Much later in the cycle, when I've made a lot of money in the primary tickers, that's when I'd be happy to take more risk in those projects. That's the time, not now. This is the absolute worst time, Mr. Morley Boy, to be getting out of your Hex and Pulsechain. Later in the cycle, when you've got more money than cents, when Hex and Pulsechain have made 100x, 150x, 500x, that's the time to be thinking, I'll break a little bit off and see what happens. Why not? Well, that's the time to leverage. But not now. It's not the time to be leveraging now. It's the time to be just hodling and just looking at the current prices of Hex and Pulsechain, because this is exactly what's happening. As people like Mr. Morley Boy are selling their PLS, they're pushing the price down. So thanks to Mr. Morley Boy, who's just come on here and said, I've sold my PLS for whatever meme coins. Well, that's your opportunity, guys. Because thanks to Mr. Morley Boy, you've got a chance to get PLS still just below the sacrifice price. Let's see if it's still below the sacrifice price. It is. So you see that one we're missing there. That's Mr. Morley Boy. He's just sold all his PLS to get into meme coins, apparently, or something like that. I may be paraphrasing what you said, friend. Apologies, but you get the idea. Yeah, good stuff. See, I forgot to add that. Yeah, there you are. You see, we're just under the sack price still. Lucky guys saying buy the dip. Absolutely, that's it. Buy the dip. I assume you mean in the RH tickers. You might mean in dick butt. You could. It'd be better buy than buy at the top, but I wouldn't advise it. Like I say, I think that the probability is it's going to collapse completely now. I don't know exactly what percentage. I said 80%. It might be 65%. Might be 51%. I don't know, but it doesn't look good to me. Doesn't look like a good investment to me. Joint Desi is saying, when do I think the top could be? Do you think the chances are it's this still next year? I think the chances are it's next year now, but as I say, you want to be looking at that Nasdaq. I think that so long as that Nasdaq chart is going up, I think we're golden. I think we're golden now. As long as that Nasdaq chart's going up, I would be looking at selling if that starts to come down. The prices will come down. They're correlated. So just as soon as that starts coming down, I would be getting concerned. And that's when you've got to spend a lot of time listening to, general money markets and things, and trying to establish. But that's hard because it's taken me 8 years to become knowledgeable in crypto. I'm not going to become knowledgeable in the stock markets to that level at all. So it's probably just best looking at the chart and not trying to be too clever about it. Oh, everyone says Nasdaq's collapsing, but I don't think it is, so I'm going to carry on. Yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing 2024. We're still only in April. I think that we know a few weeks is a long time in crypto. We know that Ivan on Tech is saying that Bitcoin's going to be at 90K by the halving. So, and that's in 2 weeks' time, less than 2 weeks, I think, guys. So, yeah, all good. Well, that's it. Day 3. I think we'll leave it there. I've got a massive headache. I tried to have these Huel drinks yesterday. Good guys have tried them, but yeah, it seemed quite nice to me. But it's giving me a headache. I think I obviously don't like the sweeteners in it or something, some additive or something, which is not agreed with me. So if anyone wants a load of Huel, I've got 3 boxes of the stuff now. Because stupidly, I didn't just try it and then buy a load. I bought a load first and then tried it. Maybe I should start giving out some Huel drink as the hex price goes up. Fantastic. Lukey B says, increase my RH tickers this week using an unexpected airdrop from some bridge token used years ago. Fantastic. Great to hear it. Oh, that's good news. Yeah. I think these are really good prices. The problem we've got at the moment is that most people that are currently in Hex and Pulsechain that are looking at Hex and Pulsechain had a chance to buy lower. And we're not yet at the point. So it's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. We just need to get that first 5x and then things will really get going. But at the moment, we're not quite cheap enough for most people to be wanting to buy. But we're not high enough for new people to want to come in and buy. So we're in that slightly cryogenic state at the moment. How long we'll be in a cryogenic state, who knows? But we will wake up at the shores of Monaco. Yeah, Mr. Morley Bay saying he'll rotate his gains back into PLS. Well, that's great if you do. That's great if you do. I mean, it could be worth just saying there that this is part of the problem is that I might as well talk about it now. I've got a massive headache, but I'll just talk about it now. It's on my mind. So what the meme coin shillers will tell you is only play with 5% of your portfolio in the dirty meme coins. Only break off 5%. What happens for a lot of people is they break off 5%. They quite quickly lose that 5% into things like dick butts. We've just seen that. We've just seen it. You're very quickly going to lose your 5% in things like that, aren't you? Down 90% since launch. Down 90% since its high. All in the last couple of weeks. And most people would have bought the high. So then what some people do is they go back and they say, I'll just take another 5%. I'll just take another 5%. It's like the guy that can't leave the roulette wheel, the guy that can't leave the casino. And then before you know it, not only have you dipped way further into your Hex and Pulsechain stack that you ever intended, but guess what? Hex and Pulsechain start going to the moon. And then the thousands that you lost in meme coins isn't thousands anymore. It's hundreds of times thousands, which is millions, isn't it? Yeah. Millions. So it's a costly thing to be doing. It's very, very, very risky. It's a bit like skydiving, but cutting holes out the parachute so it's lighter. I wish people well, but those are the realities of playing with the meme coins. Fantastic. Hope to stream you it again soon. The sooner we get to 100, the sooner we'll all be in a much better place and buying the drinks at the bar. Fantastic. Please like, subscribe, bell button all on your way out. Put nice comments in and I will reply. Cheers. Bye.